Imagine spending 4 months in jail, some of it in solitary confinement, for posting a stupid comment on Facebook. For 19-year-old Justin Carter, writing something offensive and awful online has led to very real-life consequences, being indicted for making a terroristic threat and facing up to 10 years in prison. Back in February, Carter, who lives in San Antonio, Texas, got into a trash-talking argument over the online video game League of Legends. According to his father, Carter was told that he was, quote, messed up in the head, to which Carter shot back, I'm effed in the head, all right. I think I'm going to shoot up a kindergarten and watch the blood of the innocent rain down and eat the beating heart of one of them. Now, it's obvious to anyone that that is a horrible, horrible thing to write. And right after the deadly shooting at Sandy Hook Elementary, you can imagine why it might be taken seriously. Carter's father, Jack, said they were made in jest, those comments, and his son followed them with the message LOL for laugh out loud and JK for just kidding. Someone, though, took the comments very seriously and tipped off law enforcement. In a detailed write-up, All-In's reporter Ned Resnikoff writes that a Canadian national took a screenshot of Carter's post and sent it to the Canadian Crime Stoppers Association. That information made its way to the Austin Police Department. And believing Carter to be an Austin resident living within half a mile of an elementary school, the department issued an arrest warrant. The arrest took place 2 months to the day after Sandy Hook. According to the Austin Chronicle, police searched Carter's home, found no weapons or letters of intent. And regardless of this fact, bail was set at $500,000, higher than bonds set for murderers, rapists, and other clients represented by Carter's attorney, more than Justin Carter's family could possibly afford. After months in jail, where Carter, according to his dad, suffered terrible assaults, concussions, black eyes, and was moved 4 times for his own protection, the story began to gain national attention. And just a few hours ago, an anonymous supporter paid the $500,000 bond, and tonight, Justin Carter is home. Joining me now is Jack Carter, Justin's father, and Don Flannery, Justin's attorney. Jack, let me begin with you. I just want to hear how Justin is doing.
He's doing actually really well considering the situation. He was very surprised. He wasn't expecting it, and so we got to surprise him this morning, and we got a good meal in him, and he's in a nice, safe place with a good bed, and he's just really happy to be out and be with his parents and be able to enjoy sunshine and a nice bed.
So I got to ask both you and Don, you as well. It seems crazy to me that you could face 10 years for writing something on Facebook. At the same time, when I go back to covering Sandy Hook, when I think about the weeks and months after that, and when I think about if someone had perpetrated a horrible crime such as that, and there had been a Facebook posting beforehand, I think everyone would be pointing to it, screaming, why didn't you do something? Weren't the authorities right to step in here?
Chris, absolutely. Law enforcement needs to be vigilant, particularly in these times, and particularly when we hear comments that were made. The problem is that once they realized that this is just some kid saying something stupid, making a sarcastic comment, that's when it should have ended. And it's atrocious that he had to spend 5 months in jail because his bond is at $500,000, because he's poor and he can't get out of jail. That's the problem that we have with what has happened to Justin.
So is the problem the law here or the way the law is being handled by local prosecutors?
In my opinion, it's the way that the law is being applied. We need to have tough laws that protect the community. We need to have law enforcement that are vigilant and that look at these threats very seriously. But thinking that Justin is a terrorist or a criminal or the things he said were criminal is just plain wrong. He has a First Amendment right to express himself on the Internet. He did not threaten anyone. He made a stupid comment. And the problem is, lots of people all over this country, young and old, make stupid comments. And are we going to prosecute all of those? Are we going to investigate all of those?
Jack,
this is just...
Jack, my understanding here is that a plea deal has been offered of 8 years, and he's still facing 10 years. I mean, how do you get your head around what Justin's facing now, even now that he's out of jail?
You can't wrap your head around it. It's been the most surreal thing that's happened to our family or anyone that I know. We literally, to this day, I still can't believe that it's happening, and the whole thing just seems ridiculous to me.
Being thrown into jail at 19 years old into general population, I can't imagine that was an easy experience for Justin. What were those 4 months in jail like for him?
they were absolute hell. He was tormented. All of his stuff was stolen. He was beaten, jumped. They moved him around. They put him in isolation, naked, for a couple days on end because he was depressed. It had to have been extremely scarring to him. And now that he's out, I just want to get working on fixing it and getting it going. Getting him better.
He now still faces these charges. What is the statute that he is being charged under, Don?
He's being charged with terroristic threats. It's a felony. It's a serious felony. It's akin to making a bomb threat. He's being charged with putting a substantial part of the public in fear of violence. And that's not what he did. He answered an argument from someone else, and this is being taken way out of proportion.
Yeah, and no one would have seen this if it weren't screen grabbed and sent to the authorities. It's not like he made a call into the local basketball stadium and said there's a bomb there, right? I mean, this is something that was not being broadly displayed. It was essentially between two people.
That's right. It wasn't even meant for public consumption. It was between arguing individuals, no different than if we were standing in line and you and I were arguing and someone overheard us. It's not meant to go out to the public. It's meant to be sarcastic to another person. It's not a public threat. And he's now, finally we've released it, we've got him out, but he spent 5 months of his life in jail over this.
Jack Carter, Justin Carter's father, and Don Flannery, the attorney who is representing them. I wish both of you gentlemen good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Chris.
We'll be right back with Click 3.